What's up, YouTubers? This is Chetan here, and welcome to my channel Nature Design. And yes, I am back with a new video. And you might be knowing that recently I have released a video in which I showed this cliff, uh, and I'm going to use this cliff for today's build. I have used water sealant to make the staircase, as you can see in the video in the upper window, and I was just going to make a terrarium using this, but what I thought that I can just make it a bit bigger, and so that's the reason I have created one more cliff, and this is it. And along with the cliff, oh god, and along with the cliff, I have made the miniature bridge and as well as the fences, and I have also made the, let me show you from the closer look. Okay, this is the second cliff. As you can see in down below, let me show you. Yes, I have drilled a hole in the cliff, and I also created this bridge to connect both the cliffs together, and all the security fences. I have created this pool using toothpick and some winding wire, that is copper winding wire, and even the fences are made using toothpick and winding wire. Now speaking about the temple, this is made using water sealant as well as toothpicks. The roof is made up of water sealant, and I'm going to use this whole thing for today's build. So let's get started with it and make a unique terrarium. So I'll be using this tank, and the size of this tank is 8 by 7 by 5 inches, and I'll be using Lika clay balls as a false bottom. And next thing is mosquito mesh. This is just to prevent the substrate from falling into the false bottom. And now charcoal, just to keep the water purified in the terrarium. Next thing I'm placing is the dry moss, the dry sphagnum moss, and then the substrate that consists of dry sphagnum moss, cocoa peat and sand or soil. And I am keeping this placing the substrate in such a way that it is lower in the front side and higher at the back end. And now it's time to keep the cliff inside, but before placing the second cliff, I have just created or drilled a hole in this cliff, and I just wanted to place a plant in it. And I am going to plant a dwarf carmine plant in it, and this is the small cutting which I have already placed before in a different terrarium, and it has got new roots in it, and that's the reason I'm using this one. And I think it will look really cool that a plant is growing from inside the cliff. It has a very small root, but I think it will grow into it. And now it's time to plant more plants in it. And you might have remembered this one. This is the bonsai terrarium which I have created, but I'm going to use some cutting from this plant. This is an Aurelia plant, and I think it will look it has a look of a tree, even though I'll be using some cuttings from this plant, but it will surely look like a tree inside. And And now I'm planting the Aurelia, the cutting of Aurelia, although it has some roots grown on it. And I'm also planting one more plant, that is a seed box plant. This is another cutting of a seed box plant. And this is one more cutting of dwarf Kamini plant. It's got nice roots. Now I'm planting green Fittonia, or say green nerve plant. And this is a grass plant. And some more grass. This will grow up in height very fast, and it will be a great background plant. And for the hardscape purpose, I have again used some black sand, and that will blend up with the cliffs in it. Although I was unable to shoot this video while I was placing the sand, and I think it's time to join the bridge to the second cliff, because I think it's not stable at all. So I'll be using the same method, the tissue paper method. I have placed some tissue paper below the bridge, in between the gap of the bridge and the cliff, and I'm just pouring some super glue on it. And now the bridge and the cliff are stick together properly. And now I'm hydrating the terrarium. And now I am going to place some moss in the terrarium, and I am using Christmas moss for this one. This is an aquatic species of moss, but it is doing really well in the terrarium, especially the closed one. Sorry about the hand. And now it's time to place the cleanup crew, that is the springtails, inside the terrarium. This will help in cleaning the algae and the fungus which are grown inside the terrarium. They will eat up all the things like fungus and algae and keep the terrarium clean. And that's it, guys, we are done with it. Hopefully you like this terrarium, and if you do like it, please give it a thumbs up. This was a very unique idea, and I think this is looking really cool. uh, I have been working on this project from so many days, creating the cliff, creating the bridge, and as well as the meditation temple. Although it took a lot of time to creating all this, but I really enjoy doing all these things. And please let me know in the comment box what do you think about it. And if you do have any questions regarding it, you can just go ahead and ask it. I'm going to help you out in this. So that's it for the day, guys. See you next week. Bye bye and peace.